Hey guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. This is a review of my old series on What If Deku is a pure-blood vampire. Now let's discuss. Sorry, I just ate up. I know it's kind of sweet, but anyways, we're gonna discuss Izuku's special vampire power. Like majority of purebloods usually have one or several. Deku is able to use several, but he's most powerful. Um, Vampire ability is Shadow Morph. Now, let me how to explain this. He's able to use his shadow or any other shadows surrounding his surroundings, even if it's coming off a non-omnipotent object, like a something that's not alive. He's able to morph it into weapons, shadow claws, shadow gauntlet, even armor. When he uses the shadows, it becomes a very hard material. Now, Izuku's line, he comes strictly from the mother of all vampires, Lilith. In majority of my what ifs, I always make the mother vampire usually Lilith, and anyways, because I've seen it used in several different aspects. So that's what I normally go by. I know she's technically the first succubus, but I'm changing that up like I always do. She's the first vampire. That's how my story goes most of the time. At this current time, the Midoriyas and several other old royals, not royals, nobles, basically. Now, the Midoriyas is the head family around when it comes to the vampire culture, but there's several other old houses scattered around the world, as they pretty much have Earth under the control, manipulating the humans in the shadows. As Izuku's mother, Lilith, would always drag him around to these family balls. That way, he would always have to attend, as this one's especially important. That's what his mother told him, as it's the day where he's pretty much going to meet his fiance, as he was already betrothed between him and some other girl from another house, like another vampire house. This is going to be their first meeting. As Izuku did meet his future wife, as it's a woman with a old-fashioned gown, as it she has ex, she has a striking resemblance to Lady Nagant, or Lady Nagant will have a striking resemblance towards this woman, as they spend the rest of their time talking during the ball. They dance a couple times. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Izuku Midoriya. Pleasure is all mine, miss. Never got your name. Elizabeth. So as over the weeks, they socialized a lot more. As a fondness towards each other start to develop slowly. But as vampires, they have nothing but time on their hands. Izuku totally adores Elizabeth, as they finally did finish the ceremony, as they did get married. A few years later, Don Midoriya was born. From the moment that Don was born, as he's immediately adored her to the point where he almost adores his wife as much. His wife takes his full affection, but his daughter is a close second. As the three vampire, as the three vampires live as a family, peacefully, not bugging anyone else. They don't kill humans. They get their blood, nevertheless, but they're not going to kill them. They're a lot more peaceful when it comes to vampires. Izuku and Elizabeth taught their daughter how to hunt, how much blood to take and how much not to take, and how to use your vampire abilities to erase their memory of the incident. As they dug it in, sorry, as they made it clear early on when they were raising Dawn that their identity must be kept secret at all costs. As Dawn looks up at her father, but why, Dad? Why, Dad? As she's around 6 or 7 years old at this current time. And because they're purebloods, they age to a certain degree, then they stop aging. So that's how these vampires work in this one. Simple, daughter. The humans, yes, they're weak, and they're our source of food, but they outnumber us. If they were to learn of our assistance, my little princess, they would not be too kindly to our existence. They would try to hunt us down. That's why we have rules set in place. But you've done well, daughter. I'm very proud of you, Dawn. My little bloodbird. Dear, you're spoiling her. Can't help it. My only kin, after all. You should probably head back. The humans are going to be up soon. Very well. Come on, daughter. As he picks her up, as he puts her in his arms, as he jumps off from rooftop to rooftop, so does Elizabeth as they get back to their castle. As purebloods, they're not well. As the purebloods, they're not affected by the sun. Elizabeth is a pureblood, but not from the same line. As Izuku and his family has isolated themselves from the rest of the world. But Izuku has been getting information nonstop. What's going on in the world? What his mother's doing. Until one day he gets the news that their existence has been exposed as several noble families started to think that they need to be worshipped and they need to be ruled. Well, the humans need to be ruled. A more direct approach. They believe to be superior, so why they believe they're superior, so they're tired of living in shadows. As because of such be because of a few of arrogant vampire royal oh sorry noble vampire families, the existence of vampires was exposed. By being exposed, the vampire hunters were born. As the war between vampires and humans began, the Lycans has already left the territory. They know what's going on, so they don't want no part of it. As Izuku's mother has forbid Izuku to get involved in any way, shape, or form. As he has been told to stay out of it. So he did. As he watched how things progressed, as it gets worse and worse for his kind. It looks like the humans are going to slaughter them all. What Izuku a few weeks later, Izuku got sorry, give me a second here, guys. He got some unthinkable intel. Even his mother was slain. The pure thought of a human slaying the mother of all vampires was mind-boggling to him. If it wasn't for Elizabeth, he would have been strictly in the midst of things. He would have been start killing any human he saw. it took Elizabeth to calm him down. But because of the humans killing the mother of vampires, all non-pureblood vampires went berserk, went feral, as eventually Izuku had to get all the noble line to his strategy meeting. If they don't stop the feral vampires, there won't be no food source left. As Izuku and as the noble vampire families with Elizabeth, as they gather their troops, as they as they lure the feral vampires in a old cavern, as immediately all of them use blood magic, sealing them up inside. But unfortunately, doing so, the nobles sacrifice themselves, including Elizabeth herself. Izuku wanted to do it himself, but Elizabeth told Izuku he must raise their daughter. Why are you doing this, Elizabeth? Dawn needs you more than me. It's something I want to do to help protect our daughter and our people. And as a direct line to Lilith, as the son of Lilith, your survival must come first, my husband. Please, take care of yourself and take care of our girl. And she grabs onto Izuku's clothes as she pulls him to the kiss as they begin the process of sealing the feral vampires, sacrificing themselves. All the royal vampires in Elizabeth's turn to dust, to ash. As Izuku is saddened by this extremely. He loved his wife with every fiber of his being. But he understood the sacrifice needed. There had to be a sacrifice. He finally gets back to the house as he informed his daughter that her mother is dead. As she took a while for her to adjust to the information. It took a while to process it and go through the morning. As a vampire, their emotions are heightened to an extreme degree. As 4 months has passed, as Izuku sees a bright light coming from the surrounding of his castle, as he sees several villagers with pitchforks and torches, as he sees vampire hunters leading a charge. Dawn, get up. They found us. Where are we going, Father? The back entrance. Escape route. I had this place designed a certain way in case something like this happened. Are we going to be okay, Dad? Don't worry, sweetheart. Izuku gives her a bright smile. We'll be just fine. Come on, follow me. As they get to a bookcase, as Izuku pulls one book halfway out, as the bookcase starts to shift over as it slides to the right. As he takes the torch from the wall, as he lights the torches, one torch inside. As he hands it over to his daughter. Keep that close, sweetheart. Do we need the torch, Dad? We can see in the dark. Yeah, I know. We can see in the dark. But we need those two torches in order to get further into get to the exit. Think of it like a puzzle. As they continue through the pathway, as Izuku takes a couple rights, couple lefts, as they finally get to a big room, as there is places where as Hope sees several metal poles Well, sorry, it's not really metal. Well, the end pieces are metal, but the pole itself is wood, as it looks like you could light it on top, as they're surrounded all around the room. What is this, Dad? Oh, this is just a little test to open the gate. Well, open to the back and the back way to the castle. You're, Dad, you're really paranoid, are you? Of course I am, sweetheart. We would be dead otherwise. As he lights a certain amount of torches, as the floor starts to churn, as a pathway reveals itself, as they go down the stairs more, as they get to as there's some sort of a harbor at back of the castle. As they get into one of the ships, it's not a big ship. It's Izuku's able to man it by himself. As they get onto the ship, as Don's like, "Where we're going, Dad?" "Anywhere, daughter. We can't come back here for a while. So we're going on a little trip around the world." As Izuku spends several centuries traveling all around the world with his daughter, witnessing several important moments in history: the rise and fall of Rome, the rise of Alexander the Great, and the fall of Alexander the Great, as he's seen several civilizations rise and fall until he gets to Japan, as he sees his daughter, as he looks at his daughter, as they've spent about a few months in Japan, as she has a smile on her face. So Izuku decided this is going to be their new home. As his daughter looks up at him. "Really, Dad? We could stay?" "Yes, daughter, you seem to like this place. That's all I needed. That's all I needed to know. Come on, daughter." As the Midoriya started small, started going into being a merchant, as they slowly but surely build a empire. As over the centuries, the Midoriya family has become a very important family in Japan. Very wealthy family in Japan, by the way. As they have gone, as when the years finally hit, where, My Hero Academia is currently in the year, Don and Izuku never really interfere too much with the humans, as Izuku did witness the rise of Nana Shimura and the fall of Nana Shimura and the rise and how she died. As he's been keeping tabs on the League of Villains. Well, not League of Villains yet, but this All for One. He knows his story. He was there in the background when he started his revolution. But All for One and him has never officially met. He immediately started gathering information about Toshinori. It seems to be Nana's apprentice somewhat. As Izuku learned everything about All Might, as he watched his career with great interest. Izuku's been keeping an extremely close eye on the safety committee, as he knows what type of people the safety committee are. He knows exactly what sort of dirty tricks they like to play. Izuku finds them a vile part of the human race that should be exterminated. It should be wiped off the face of the earth. But he can't directly expose himself in such a manner. It's beneath him. Izuku did move his castle to Japan, as this is where the Midoriya's residents are. They don't stay in the city; they're outside of the city. The Midoriya resident homes that are located. You have Izuku in the main hall, on the throne that's in the castle. As the dawn comes up to Izuku, her father, as she's asking if she could go to this human school. Give me a moment, dear. Apparently, we have visitors. As the door opens up to the chamber hall, as Izuku sees the little mouse, as Izuku has a bright smile, as he sees behind Nezu is a Racerhead. Well, not Racerhead, sorry. All Might. What a quite surprise. What can I do for you, Principal Nezu? Toshinori. All Might is a buff form. I'm not Toshinori. Don't bullshit me, All Might. I know who exactly you are. You could drop the act. As Nezu tells him to do it, he gestures, go ahead, we could trust him. As he shifts down. What do I owe this pleasure visit? You don't come here often, Nezu. Outside of our chess matches. After our chess matches, after all. This seems business. You are correct, Mr. Midoriya. Who is this? Oh, you haven't met her, have you? Nezu, I'd like you to meet my daughter, Don Midoriya. Oh my, no, how can you have a daughter? You don't look like you're over the age of 24. As Izuku starts laughing. Oh man, you humans, you always crack me up with your little jokes. It's alright, Mr. Midoriya, you could tell him. Very well. This will be interesting. I'd like to see the number one hero's face when he found out what exactly I am. You see, All Might, my kind, we age normally to a certain point. Then time stops for us. What do you mean? Simple, Toshinori. I'm a vampire. Don't make me laugh. Vampires don't exist. Oh, that's where you're wrong, All Might. They exist. Not as great numbers as before, but nevertheless. Allow me to show you. As Izuku disappears from the throne, as Izuku taps All Might's shoulder, as he turns back, how? I didn't see you move. Because I'm a vampire, we move a lot faster than you humans. As All Might looks at Nezu, as Nezu nods, oh, well, this is a lot to take in. You're not going to cause trouble, are you? Oh, no, I have no interest in, causing trouble for the human race. I've been quite entertained by your people's history. The Japanese is a fascination culture. So, what do I owe the visit, Nezu? As Nezu, as Nezu, I humbly asked if you'll let your daughter attend UA. You want my daughter to attend the Hero School? You're serious about that. Interesting. It only makes sense, Mr. Midoriya. You are a hero, given You're on a you're on backup, on reserve, but you're still a hero. Interesting. Daughter? Yes, father? What do you think about this? Do you want to go to this UA Academy? Yes, Dad, I want to go. I always wanted to see what that place is like. Very well, Nezu, I will allow it, but on one condition. Yes, as Nezu, yes, what's your condition? What's your top class? Class 1A. I'll take it. What do you mean by that? I said I'll take it. The job. I'll on one as long as I'm able to teach the highest class, the top of the class. Well, the best of the best. This class 1A, you say it? I want to teach it. Oh my, you can't be serious. He's not even qualified. Excuse me, human. I'm more than qualified to your little class 1A. I've been alive for a very long time, human. I have more experience than all of you put together, with all you top-ranking heroes put together. So don't test me. I will not allow my little bloodbird to go to such a school without insurance that she be taken care of. That is my terms, and I'll teach the humans to be proper heroes. You don't have to worry about that. I'll do the job. I'll do the job I will do the job. I will do the job as fit as I can as a vampire. And that's quite a lot. For some reason I was tongue-tied about that one sentence. I don't know why. It was pain in the ass to get out, but I got it out at least. Now, let's continue. Really, Dad? She gets extremely close to Izuku. She's super excited. Yes, yes, dear. She ruffles her hair as long as you follow the rules. Yeah, I know, Dad. No feeding on the students. Don't expose our existence. Good, dear. Now you run along. I believe you have friends to hang out with. Oh, I totally forgot. I'll see you later, Dad. You have a good day, dear. I'll make myself clear. I won't hurt anyone at the school. As long as my little girl isn't hurt. If she gets hurt by anyone, they're all dead. Do you make myself clear, Nezu? Yes, of course, Mr. Midoriya. Good. After all, my little girl's the only thing stopping me from eradicating you all humans. Daughter quite adores your species. So that's why I haven't massacred you, the whole lot of you. For what you did. As they have a cold sweat. Nevertheless, might as well stay around and play around, Nezu, while you're here. What about you, All Might? Do you play? Play what? Chess? No. No, I don't play chess. Yeah, you don't want him to play chess. It would be boring for you. Nezu and All Might spend some time with their new teacher of Class 1A. As Nezu was going to pick Eraserhead, but, well, Izuku kind of took the job. My memory serves me correct. There is a called the Cork internship, I believe, Nezu. Oh, yes. My daughter will apply to that. You don't want her to go through a recommendation? No, that's far too easy. I want to see how my dear little baby girl do against this test. I want to see my daughter in action. After all, it's not every day you get to see your own daughter. See your own daughter in a combat situation. I want to see how much she's learned from me. What do you mean? You didn't know, All Might? I'm the one who trained her. She knows pretty much everything I know. To an extent as powerful as me, of course. But she's getting there, little by little bit. And this Hero Academy is a perfect situation for her to be in to test her abilities. After all, you humans are a lot more durable now than you used to be. Toshinori, have you picked a successor yet? Oh my, what? No, um, oh my, he knows. How? I don't know. He just knows things. He's always been like that since we first met. How did you know? Are you working for? No, no, no. I'm not working for that man. I won't. I would never stoop myself that low to work with trash. Suggest you hurry up, All Might. You're not getting any younger. It's like I don't want to hear that from you. You're freaking immortal. That is true. I'm immortal, but nonetheless, you need to pick your successor and do it fast. Things in the shadow are moving more faster than I originally thought. What? You have information? I know a lot of things, All Might. But it hasn't come the right time to reveal such secrets. But you're a hero. As might be a hero when it comes to you humans. But don't be mistaken. I'm a vampire. I really don't give two shits what happened to your species, personally. But my daughter, like I said, adores your kind. So I will reveal such necessary information when the time comes. Not any sooner or later than that, All Might. I suggest you stay quiet and listen to your elders. Who's your candidates, anyways? I haven't found one yet. I was hoping to use the entrance exams to pick a successor. Huh. That is a good idea, coming from you. And before you ask, no, my daughter will not be taking your quirk because it won't work on her because she's a vampire like me. We're not human, so let's get that little idea out of your head. Pick one of the humans. What looks at Nezu? He is correct, All Might. It won't work on vampires. We've already had it tested. If a vampire can get a quirk, they can't. But how will she? She's a vampire. All Might. And my kind do have people from my line. They do have unique abilities that would be considered a quirk in you humans' terms, but they're not. And they really don't have a drawback. Before you leave, how is that feisty bunny doing? Mirko is doing very well. Tell her I said hi. Will do. Izuku is known as a heavy hitter when it comes to pro heroes. He's not really well known, but he's known. As Mirko and Izuku has done a couple of hero jobs before with Ryuko and the rest of the heavy hitters. As over the times being a pro hero, Mirko and Izuku have a off and off fling. More of the lines of friends with benefits, as they do spend a good amount of time with each other. Mirko and Izuku are not romantically involved. They're physically involved, but that's all that is. As Izuku had to go on one of his patrols, he takes patrols occasionally. As he normally takes night patrols. as he's patrolling his area or his designated area in a city. Timeline this is Lady Nagant hasn't been Lady Nagant hasn't been captured by the authorities. She hasn't been sent to Tartarus just yet. As Izuku's walking down the street, watching the humans in their nightlife, as he sees a couple drunk civilians, as he's making sure everyone's, having fun but obeying by the laws. As he sees someone on the roof of one of the buildings, as the person has their rifle aimed as the gunman aimed sickly at Izuku's head. As they pull the trigger, as a bullet flies, as Izuku immediately catches in midair. Ooh my, seems I got myself a sniper. Interesting. Very well, where are you going, Mr. Sniper? We haven't officially met yet. As Izuku pretty much flash steps as he gets on the roof, as the sniper starts to run. As the sniper creates a gun out of their arm as they shoot Izuku. He decided to let it hit, as it hit straight ahead, as Izuku drops to the ground. As the sniper walks over to him, picks up a pistol. As the sniper looks down on Izuku, as Izuku reaches for the gun, as the person fires it over and over again, as the bullets hit the ground, as the bullets have a big imprint on it from hitting something hard. Ow, that was unpleasant. Now I know what it feels like to get shot. Interesting. As the sniper, how did you survive? Oh, I have many tricks. Now I wonder who you are. As Izuku immediately jumps up while holding onto the gun in the gunman's hand. As the moment he pulled the face guard over the person's face, as Izuku, eyes widen as he sees Lady Nagant looks exactly like his deceased wife. Can't be. No, she's been dead a long while. I'm not gonna let that appearance fool me. She's clearly human. Interesting. Wonder who you are. No matter. Sorry about this, my lady, but I'm gonna have to bring you in. You're not gonna bring me in, you corrupt hero. Why, such harsh words from a beautiful woman. I'm wounded, my lady. Pulls a knife out of her boot as she slices Izuku across the cheek as she jumps backwards. As she sees Izuku's cheek slowly, irreparably heal up. As she's like, what's your quirk? My. Didn't it do your background check? There's nothing on you. All I know, you're from the Midoriya family. Interesting, you at least got that far. I must apologize, my lady. For what? As Izuku disappears, he reappears beside her. As Izuku next chops her in the back of the neck for this. As Izuku gently catches her before she hits the ground, as he gently puts her down. As he binds her, as he throws her atop of his wall, as he lifts her up in a bridal style. As he calls the authorities, several heroes pick up as Mirko sees. Oh yeah, it's Mirko. Yeah, as Mirko sees Izuku. There you are, Izuku. I was looking for you. Who's this? Oh no, she tried to kill me. Tried to snipe me with a sniper rifle. She has a very unique quirk. Ryoko's like, wait, that's Lady Nagant. Izuku, you captured Lady Nagant. Is that name supposed to mean something? She's a pro hero from the safety committee. As Mirko sees the disdain look in his eye, just mentioning the hero committee. So you're telling me she's one of their own? Yeah. As he hands her over, I'm leaving. Where are you going, Izuku? To do a little bit of intel gathering. I'll catch you later, Mirko. Wait, Izuku, as Izuku flash steps as he disappears. God damn it, I hate it when he does that. As that's where we're going to stop it. Hope you guys have a good night and day judging my time zones. I'll catch you in the next video.